What up YouTube, Jade up here, and I'm doing a different kind of video for you guys today. I've actually had a lot of people ask me about different toggle switches and things on the Indian Challengers. So I thought I'm going to try to do two videos, but I'm going to make them separate. The first video is going to basically be what all the hand control operations are on the Indian Challenger, and I'm going to go ahead and say that most of them will probably carry over to the Chieftain and the Roadmaster and the Pursuit. Well, I know the Pursuit for sure. But most of it's pretty much standard Indian motorcycle stuff. So I'm going to do a quick layout of what all the controls are on the video, but then I'm also going to do one on the infotainment center or the ride command screen and better familiar people with how all that stuff works, because there is kind of a learning curve to it, but after you learn how it works, it's really not that hard. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is my 2023 Indian Challenger Dark Horse, and basically most of this stuff is going to be self-explanatory, but I'm going to go over some, like, I know a lot of the Harley guys that are looking at Indians, they, they're curious on how some of this stuff works because theirs is slightly different and on their Harleys and whatnot, so I figured why not? I'll do a quick video and show everybody how all this works. So I guess the first thing we're going to look at is over here on the right side. And basically, you're going to be, right here is where you're going to start. So this puts power to the bike. So you push on that, and power comes to the bike. Okay. Opens up the screen there. There's your ride command. That's probably not going to be the greatest. I don't know how I'm going to do this screen later, but okay, so after that, this is your kill switch. So in the up position, this is in the kill mode, and then obviously if you flick it down, you'll hear the fuel pump run, and then you literally just press it once, and it will auto start, basically. You don't have to hold the button down, just... Okay, and to kill it, there's your kill switch. So that's basically what these two buttons do here. Obviously, you have your fuel and your front brake. I mean, that's just normal stuff. The next thing we have here is our cruise control. So cruise control on this basically operates this way. You press this in, and it will toggle the little cruise control emblem up onto the gauge cluster there, and that lets you know that it's in standby mode. And then if you want to set the cruise, obviously, toggling it over to the left sets the cruise wherever you want it. And when you toggle it to the right, if you were to cancel the cruise control, which you can do either by your clutch, front brake, rear brake, or if you want to you don't want to use your brakes or clutch or anything, you just flick this, you just flick the throttle up, and it will cancel the cruise control. You can also press this, it will also cancel the cruise control, and then if you want to resume, you just flick over to the right and that will resume. And then obviously you can also, while you're already set, this will decrease speed, this will increase speed without actually resetting the cruise. This right here, this is for the adjustable windshield. So the windshield is down all the way right now, so by flicking up, this will raise the windshield up. Okay, and then obviously flicking down will lower the windshield down. Now, one thing you can do, let's say you want to put it all the way up right away and you don't want to hold it, you flick it twice, and that will automatically raise it. And then if you're coming into town and you want it to go all the way down, flick it twice, and that will lower it all the way down. Now, real quick on the windshield, there was an issue when these first came out about there's a ring in there, a plastic ring that would strip out, and there's been people online that made an aluminum fix for this. The dealers, they will replace it under warranty, but they kept breaking because they were made of plastic and it kept stripping the gear. The 2023s have a brass insert gear inside of the mechanism, so I have not had an issue with mine yet. That would be really cool if I don't ever have to worry about it. But that's not really an issue. I have not had any problems with my windshield thus far. Okay, now on the back of the hand controls here, you'll notice there's a little toggle right here. Okay, This toggle, basically, if you're in a menu on the ride command, will confirm a selection, and I'll show more of that when we get into the ride command video. Okay, pardon, by the way, this bike is just absolutely filthy. I need to clean it. Obviously, up here on the gauge cluster here, we have pretty much our normal stuff. We have a fuel gauge, which will tell you miles till empty, estimated miles till empty. Obviously, you have your speedometer and all your different idiot lights. And here, of course, we have the odometer. It will register what gear it is in here. And then, obviously, you have your tachometer. And then, obviously, this is our ride command, which we will go over more in depth on that on the ride command video. So we're over here to the left side hand control. Basically, everybody knows this is your clutch. This is your horn. Okay. This is your low beam when it's down. And if you want to flash your headlights, you just click down on the low beam like that, and that will flash the low and high beam. And then obviously clicking up, that is your high beam. Okay, so low beam, high beam, low beam, high beam, and then obviously you can flash. Okay, here is where I know some Harley guys get a little bit, I don't want to say confused because they're not stupid. It's just the fact that like they're used to a certain way of doing things. Harley has a thing where they put the left turn signal on the left side and the right turn signal on the right side, and you have to switch between the two. I've already made comments on that, and I don't like that for various reasons. But basically, this is your turn signals here. Pretty simple. You flick to the left, your left turn signal. You flick to the right, it's your right turn signal. And then obviously if you want, these are self-canceling, so when you make a turn it should self-cancel, but if for some reason they don't, you just click the center there, you just click the center there, and that will turn them off. If you want to use your hazards, you just hold in on that, and that will produce your hazards. Okay, to flick out of your hazards, pretty simple, you just click in, gone, easy peasy. Okay, now, these parts here, this here is for your audio controls, and this here is for your menu controls and your menu selections. And then obviously you also have a toggle on the back here. Let me see it there. This will toggle you through the different menus on the ride command. Okay, and this is basically designed to where this should all be able to be handled by toggling your switches here. Now, when you're in your ride command, you can select different things. She went to sleep. Let's wake her up. Okay. When you're in your ride command, you can use this to select different menus and whatnot. Okay. In fact, let me go ahead and show you one cool thing about this bike. So let's put her to sleep for a second. One neat thing about this is right here, this right here is a tender port. A built-in battery tender so you can plug your bike in. I think this is a really, really neat, really nice feature on the Indians. Grab my tender here. Just going to plug her in. Pretty simple. I have a simple tender right here. Just plug her in. Bam. She is charging now. Okay. On the other side, you'll see this here. This is a dummy switch. Unless you have like an Elite or a Pursuit that has the driving lights, which I plan on installing this winter. This is just going to be a dummy switch. When you put the driving lights on, when you have the driving lights equipped or installed on here, you replace this dummy switch with an actual button, and you just click on and off, and that's your driving lights. Okay, let's wake her up now. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to get too much into the ride command with this because I want to make a separate video on that because it deserves its own video. But I want to show you kind of what I'm talking about with adjusting the different things on the audio and stuff. Okay, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, so basically as you're going through, you toggle through here, and this will toggle through you click that, and that'll toggle through the different screens. Okay, so let's say like right now I'm on my phone. This is the phone controls here. Okay, basically you can use this to toggle up and down. Okay, and then you can actually push in on it, and that will make a selection. If you want to cancel out, you just hit the back toggle, and that will take you back out where you want to go to the next menu or whatever have you. So here's our source. scroll through whatever we want, and this is where you can actually hit the right toggle, and it will sorry, it's making me a liar. There it goes. You hold in until that blue ring holds up. That way it says you basically are selecting the source, and then you can select it. So we hold in. There we go. So, and then you can scroll through up or down, and this goes basically up or down, and this will let you scroll through. And then when you want to select one, you just push in on it. So you want to select FM, you just push in on it. Okay. Want to select something else, you go back to your Bluetooth, your USB, whatever you want to do, and that's how that works with the toggle. Now for your audio controls, basically, let's say you're on your Bluetooth, you're listening to whatever music on your phone. You scroll to the right, and that will switch the song back. I believe the left will actually switch the song back to the other way again on your playlist, and then obviously your volume up goes all up menu here, our volume, down brings the volume down. And that's basically your general hand control operation. Like I said, I will go in more detail about the ride control and how all this works and what all you can do with it when I do that video. But I just wanted to give you an overview of the hand control. Something else here on the overall of the fairing that, you know, people, that way you get the whole experience here. One thing that's kind of neat about these, inside here, you have these wind blockers, okay? They're just plastic, but you flip that open, and that will actually open up a tunnel through where the, let's turn this off. That will open up a tunnel, basically, to allow more airflow through, and that's kind of a nice thing on when it's cool on mornings or whatever. You close that, it does work. I've used it several times, and it's a very nice feature to have. Obviously, you have your speakers, and then we have our cubbies here. This one here is just a simple cubby that please do not pull up on this. That's how they break. You just click it, it comes up, and that's just a cubby area there. Okay, below that you have this little button right here. This is a dummy button on mine because I do not have heated hand grips. On bikes equipped with the heated hand grips, this would be the hand grip button. Okay, and on this side, come over there. On this side, obviously you have another cubby here. Okay, so the one thing that's inside this cubby here is this is your USB port for your Apple CarPlay. It does charge your phone. However, I'm going to recommend you get yourself one of these. Okay, this is an adapter for your battery tender. You plug this into your port, and then on the end of it, bam. You can plug your phone in there. It charges much, much faster. But that is how you access your USB for your Apple CarPlay. This is the actual cord here. This is what it comes with. Now, if you want Android Auto, never fear. That's what these are for. I got the AutoCast for my Android Auto, and it works great. Nice feature to have. So I just keep that all tucked in there, and that is quite nice. So there's the cubby there, and then here, this is the button you push for your fuel release. Okay, so you push the button, and you heard it unlock, and then obviously you just flip the switch, and there's access to your fuel. Sorry. Okay, when you're done, you press it in. It will relock as soon as you start up the bike and put it in gear. But that's how you access your fuel door here, basically, is via that button. Alright guys, like I said, not a crazy long video. I am going to try to do a second video. I want to go through that ride command and stuff. But I just wanted to give you an overview of how the different hand controls worked and the layout of the Challenger. And like I said, most of that will carry over to like the Roadmaster. I mean, obviously the Pursuit, which is just a touring version of the Challenger, the Chieftain, most of the bagger bikes anyway. And like I said, I think it's a really nice layout. I like how everything's laid out on there. But that's just an overview. I've had people ask me about what does those switches do, what does that do, and I just want to give you guys an overview on the hand controls. Like I said, I will get another video out about the ride control. So I appreciate all the views. The views keep going up. The likes go up. People are commenting. They're sharing the videos. I appreciate it immensely, guys. Keep it coming in. I'm really trying to grow this channel, and I'm trying to bring you more videos when I think of them. So, like I said, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next video.